Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. We got something really exciting today. We're in Quito, Ecuador. We just arrived here day before yesterday by private jet. And if you haven't seen the video of that, click on the button up top there and you can see us landing, flying the approach down to Quito runway and landing. It's really cool. But now we're going to go to the middle of the world, which is supposed to be the geographic center of the world. And we're going to take about a maybe 40-minute drive up there with a private driver. Going to check that out, going to go see a volcano and probably go to the museum too, so stand by, it should be pretty cool. This is our driver Rolando, yes, and he's taking us in this Suzuki, right? Grand Vitara.
Grand Vitara.
Nice one. And he's going to take us up to the museum and the middle of the world.
Yes, the middle of the world, yeah. And the volcano Pululahua crater.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's called the Ciudad Mitad del Mundo, which means middle of the world city. Yeah. So that's where we're going to go now.
All
Let's
right.
go.
Let's go.
Okay, after about 45-minute drive, we're up at the crater, which is a dormant volcano crater. We're going to go there first and check it out, and then we're going to go down to the museum, where you can do all kinds of crazy things with, you know, the lat long. Apparently you can balance an egg on a nail, play with a few different things like that. Sorry if I'm breathing heavy, but we're up at over 9,000 feet and it weighs quite heavy on you. And then after the museum, we're going to go to the monument itself. So we're just going to register here now and going inside. All right, so entered the gate. Only thing they require here is your full name, where you're from, and your age. So it's free to get in, which is cool. And now we're going to walk up to the crater. Looks like it's going to be a pretty cool view. They have a little ice cream stand. Oh wow, nice viewpoint. As you can see, people live down there. Apparently it hasn't been active for over 2,000 years, so I guess it's okay. Pretty cool, huh? Look over there. Looks like a trail you can go down too. I think we'll save that for another day. I didn't bring my right shoes. Very beautiful. So Rolando was telling me that down here in the valley during the winter, which is considered the fertile season, due to the earth being volcanic, it's very good for plants and agriculture. So as you can see, during the summer it's brown and dry, but during the winter they grow corn and potatoes and other vegetables, as well as orchids. And he said that there are a lot of hummingbirds that come, and it's really, really beautiful to see. It's about an hour and a half, well, he said about an hour, I guess, by car to drive from here down to there. We don't have time to do that today, and we really don't want to walk down this long path. But if you do get over here and you have the time, go down and check it out. There's supposed to be a nice little restaurant down there with a garden. You can sit out and enjoy some of the local cuisine. So here's Ian coming up the trail. He's breathing a little bit heavy, it looks like, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's quite steep, I must say.
Well, steep in altitude too. All right, so that was the Pululahua crater, and we had a nice time up there. We had a local beer, which was really good. Rested a bit because walking up those steps got us quite winded. And bought a poncho for my wife. Hope she likes it. She should. Now we're heading down to the museum of the middle of the world. So let's go see how to balance an egg on a nail. That should be fun. So now we're at the Museum of the Center of the World, and as you can see here, it's latitude 0. I'm going to try to figure out how to look at it on my phone where you can see that it's all zeros, but I hadn't figured that out yet, so we'll see. Anyway, let's go inside and take a look at the museum and try some of the crazy things that we can do here. All right, so we're in the gate now, and we're going to sit over here and wait by this area, and because we're going to have our own local guide who's going to take us around on about a 45-minute tour, show us the place, and answer any questions that we have. If you have room in your passport, at the end of the tour they'll stamp your passport for you showing the 0 latitude, but since we both fly and our passports are quite full and we don't have them with us, we're going to pass on that today.
Are you ready to start the tour?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, let's come this way, guys. This is a real house of 1875. This house has been a long time here, and actually the museum was built around this house. That's why it's a side museum. You can see the woman in the picture just above. Her name was Rita Caiza. She was the last owner of this house. She used to make chicha in this house. Have you ever heard of chicha? Yeah.
I do.
It's a beverage. It's a beverage. It's fermented and it's made of corn. So it's kind of a beer made of corn, something like that. Okay. They will use these kinds of pots, one in the back, and they always makes a fire in the ground. That's the reason why the seal is so black, because the smoke will always goes to the roof. Okay. But the smoke will help to make it waterproof. Thanks to the smoke, the water of the rain will not get inside the house. Yeah? You can hear what you are listening. It was cuy or guinea pigs. You know it as guinea pigs, yeah. But in Spanish they are called cuy. And in some parts of the country, our indigents mostly, they use it because it's an animal that can feel the intentions or the energies. It's like saying when a person get inside the house and this animal start squeezing like that and make a noise like that, it means it's a show of bad energy or a bad intention in the house. In some other parts of the country, they even use it as food. So, have you ever tried guinea pigs? Yeah, you like it? Would you try a guinea pig?
No, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, you can know them. They are right here on the corner. Okay.
So here we are, middle of the world. I'm actually straddling north and south hemisphere. My left leg feels a little bit colder, actually, because of it.
We need one like this, because the sun is straight above us, but it's going 6 months through the north hemisphere and then 6 months through the south hemisphere, all along the equatorial line. Okay, you can see these are indigents. They use it like an agricultural calendar. You can see the shadow. Well, we cannot see it because we doesn't have the sun, but it will probably in the red quadrant now, because now the red quadrant is telling us that now is the time for us to have a rest. The land always needs a time to rest. When the shadow is in the blue one, now is the time for us to prepare the land and plant the seeds. When it's in the green one, it means that the seed is growing from the earth, and in the yellow one, we can harvest all our products now. Our indigents, they use it like that, so they can know when to harvest or when to plant. Okay. We have a really good advantage when we are in the middle. That is the next one. If you live in the north hemisphere, let's say in the US, you could only see the Big Bear constellation. If you live in the south, like in Australia, you could only see the cross of the south. But if you are in the middle, we can see the Big Bear constellation, the cross of the south, and Orion's belt as well. So, if we didn't have so much light contamination, we could see millions of stars every night. A sky full of stars.
How is it over there in the south?
Yeah, it's alright. A bit cold. Winter.
What's cold over here in the north? Winter's coming.
Winter is coming.
We are going to talk about the rotation of the Earth. The Earth is rotating really, really fast, about 1,700 kilometers per hour. It's always going from west to east, so it's going in this direction. That's the reason why the sun always came up from the east to the west, because the sun is not moving, we are moving, so we're going like this and the sun is this. Okay? We're going to do an experiment. The people in the south hemisphere, we are going to focus on Australia. Okay? The people in the north hemisphere, we are going to focus on the North America or in Canada. Okay? We're going to see this. If the earth is rotating like this really fast, in which direction the earth is rotating in the south hemisphere? Clockwise or counterclockwise? Clockwise in the south, but in the north it's actually going counterclockwise, right? These two forces let us know the Coriolis effect. It tells us that it's a mathematician who let us know that in the world there are two forces. In the north hemisphere, in all this part of the world, the forces of the wind and the water, they will always go counterclockwise. And in the south, the forces of the wind and the water, they will always go clockwise. It's like saying this. In the north hemisphere, in the United States, we always have the forces of the wind and the water clockwise. That's why we have tornadoes or hurricanes that are going counterclockwise. And in the south, the forces of the wind and the water, they will always go clockwise. We have typhoons or cyclones. They are the same disasters, but have different names because they are going in different directions. That's the whole difference, okay? These two forces that come from the poles, these two forces will come to the middle and then just cancel each other out, create a straight down force. That's the reason why all along the equatorial line, here in the Ecuador, we will never have disasters like that. We doesn't have tornadoes or hurricanes or typhoons or cyclones. We have other natural disasters, like it could be earthquakes or volcanoes or the bad presidents, but it doesn't have tornadoes, okay? So, because of the forces straight down, we can see the difference now in the middle. We will feel the forces that we just saw. Remember that we see in the north counterclockwise and in the south clockwise. Now we are going to feel them both. We're going to stand exactly on the line, standing straight, your chin up, your arms out, and your eyes closed. It's really important that you close your eyes because that's the way you are going to feel the pull to one of the poles outside of the line, okay? We're going to walk like this, arms out, chin up, eyes closed, and we are going heel to toe, heel to toe. You are going to see how hard it is to walk on the line, okay? Please, who wants to go?
Okay. Okay, everyone else has done it, so I have to make a fool of myself as well.
Show us how it's done.
So,
Your chin up, your eyes closed.
hold on, I ain't got to get this part first. I'm already, I had a beer up at the, are you ready? Oh, no way.
There you go.
I promise we're sober.
Oh, shouldn't have had that beer. Oh, can't do it. Can't do it. That is difficult. That's difficult.
There you go, sir.
That's why they don't do any DUI testing here. So if you're going to get drunk here because you can't pass the test anyway. There's Ian trying.
Your chin up. There you go. Good balance.
Not so much.
Well, that's the end of the tour, and he's going to give us a little paper with the stamp latitude 0 on it, just a little keepsake. And then we're going to head back out and pick up the driver and go over to the actual monument, which is right over there. Well, it was fun, and I met a young lady who is actually in the video, Fatima. She is from somewhere in Latin America. She didn't say where. Make sure you put a comment down below, Fatima, when you watch the video. Let me know where you're from. But very nice, really enjoyed it. So now we're gonna head on down to the monument. All right, so now we're at the, actually what they call the Ciudad Mitad del Mundo, center of the earth. We're going to make a quick walk around here and then get back towards the city because we've only got 3 hours on tour. We took a little bit longer over at the other two places, but he's going to give us an extra hour so we can stop and have some lunch. Ian's in search of roasted guinea pig, so we're going to go see if that's what this is, and I do believe it is. Yep. Boy, it's a big one. Oh, they stick a thing up its ass to barbecue it. Yeah, Gary's not going to be eating that. I don't care how you cook it. Nope, not for me. So there's lots of shops here. You know, it's very touristic. Still worth coming to check out though. I'm not really into doing any shopping, so I think I'm going to walk up and see the monument itself. So there's the monument. Ooh, it's windy up here. It feels good because it's a bit warm. Let's walk down the zero latitude line. There we go. Right down the middle. So what's interesting is that the sun being right above our head makes it challenging to get a good photo. But let's walk out here and see if we can get one, because the sun will be, even though overhead, will be a little bit behind. Walking around the world, or at least the center of the world. So what do you think so far? Pretty cool. But I guess it's really only zero latitude. So I wonder where the longitude and latitude both fall. I guess that'd be zero would be Greenwich, and then you have to come down to somewhere on the equator to where they intersect, but that might be out to sea. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but this is where they thought that the center of the world was, or zero latitude, but I read something a little while ago that said that it's actually about 240 meters north of here. I'm not 100% sure. If you know, stick it in the comment section and let me know. I'd appreciate that. Anyway, gonna head back down now to the driver and go get some lunch because I'm famished. So heading out to the car, and I just noticed a lot of the countries here have a little representation stand. There's a planetarium, a little chapel, all sorts of cool little things. It's $5 to get in. Yeah, I think it's worth it just to say that you had the experience. And as I said, a little touristy, but that's okay. You got to do that stuff. Anyway, time for lunch.